In the last lecture, we discussed the covariant derivative of a tensor. Now, I repeat once again. So, it is a covariant derivative with respect to xk, right? Xk, and this is a, and this is contravariant variables. This is a covariance. Clear? So, in the case of first take simple derivative. Then in the case of contravariate, we used plus sign, plus, plus, and plus, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, up to m contravariant variables. And in case of Q1, Q2 covariant, we used minus sign. Clear? Now in this case, this is at upper part. Clear? So write at upper part. Lower part k, so write lower part k and introduce a new variable s. So this is a. We used p1, so write s in place of p1. So this is a, s, p2, pm, and so on. Clear? So that is on same line of action in case of p2, in case of p3, and in case of pm. Right? Now in case of covariant. Now in covariant, K and Q at lower part. So write Q1 and K at lower part. So introduce S in the upper part, that is in upper part, right? Now A, this is P1, P2 and PM, that is same because we are now differentiate with the covariant tensor. Now replace Q1 by S. Similarly, replace Q2 by S and so on up to Qn, that is by S. So in this way, that is the general procedure to find the derivative of covariant differentiation of a tensor. So this is its value. Now, next, covariant differentiation of sums and product. It obeys rules of ordinary differentiation, so that we already know that the simple rule of differentiation that is applicable in covariant derivative. This is very important result expected for examination. Now what is this? This is called Ricci's theorem. Metric tensors are covariant constant with respect to crystal symbols. So basically our purpose is, this question may be asked in many ways. So basic is, when we differentiate Gij with respect to k, this is 0. This Gij with respect to k, this is 0. And this is again a 0. Right? So this is a Kronecker delta. This is a fundamental metric tensor. And this is a conjugate reciprocal tensor. Right? So first we take this. Now this is curly Gij with respect to k. Right? Now this is a covariant. This is a covariant, then sign is negative. First, this sign is negative. So first term will be simple derivative curly Gij, curly xk. Now, second is k is at lower part, right? So first take I, so ik, so s. So in place of I, we used s. So this will become gsj sik. Minus in second case, this is a k is at lower part and used j and s. So in place of s, in place of j, because we used here, so we write here s. So we get this values. Now by definition, already we proved that this product, right? This product in a form of first kind Christoffel symbol. So in order to remember this S and S, that is common. So this J is shifted to here, right? In this case is SS is common. So this I is shifted to here in first kind. So JKI, ikj, right? Again, we know the sum of these two values. If we know that, otherwise we can substitute the value of this. So we get this value, curly gij, curly xk. So this is curly gij, curly xk. So total difference is 0. So that is the first of result of first part. Now second part. In the second part, our purpose is so covariant derivative of reciprocal coordinate. Now in this case, which is a gij, comma k, in this case, in order to find this, we know the definition of Kronecker delta, which involve covariant tensor and contravariant. So I, J, J, K. This J is same. This is Kronecker delta Ki. Because its value is 1 or 0, so its derivative is 0. So simply we differentiate with respect to xm. So this is 0. Right? Now, again differentiate. This is gk. So first we differentiate this term. Second, we differentiate this term. Clear? So we get these values. Now substitute the value of this equation. Right? This will be im comma j, then jm comma I. These values. Now gjk multiplied by this, gjk multiplied by this. Right? Now again multiply by GSI we get, right? GSI, this is. Now in this case, we want to convert in the second form. Remember this result, GKL IJL, which is equal to KIJ. Okay? Now in this case, GJK and this J is common part, right? So this converted into here Lij. Clear? So sorry, this is converted into KIM. This is KIM. So J is common part. So remaining is K, then KIM. This is KIM. Again, this and this. This product is converted into SIM. Again, with GJK. This is GSI and KIM plus GJK SJM plus this value. Now here, when we product third term, this product, I is common, then it convert into Kronecker delta S and J, right? So S and J, it means it will be 1 when S is equal to J, right? So here J is equal to S, so this will be curly G SK by curly XN. So this is a third term. So it is first term, it is second term, it is a third term. It is nothing. It is a covariant. It is a contravariant derivative of M. It's a definition of contravariant derivative of M. Now this is GSK comma M equal to 0. So which satisfy our result. Now part number 3. Again using definition. So we have contravariant as well as covariant. So contravariant gives term that is in term of plus, and covariant give minus, right? So first minus, this is jk, s here delta is, right? So again this is derivative with this. Now this will be plus term again. So correct it because in case of again it is here correct it, it will be in the case of contravariant plus. So in case of contravariant plus, when we derivative contravariant, so it will be plus, right? So this will be plus. Clear? So in that case, this derivative will be 0. So this is plus, this is minus. So plus minus equal to 0. So please correct this term. Here it is plus sign, plus, plus, and plus. And plus, so this term will be 0. That's why this term will be 0. And this derivative is again 0. So this total product is 0. Prove that this is APQ. It means contravariate derivative of AP and AQP. It is equal to this value. So it is simple result. So use the definition of AP. So first is its simple definition, derivative, curly AP, curly Q. Now write this. The lower part is P, right, and Q. So write PQ. PQ, and introduce the variable S to write AS. So here write in contravariant form because given is contravariant, given is covariant. So write in a covariant forms. Okay. So when given is covariant, this write in covariant. When given is contravariant, this write in form of contravariant. Similarly, in case of this, just change P and Q. This will be right. Now these terms are same. So when we subtract this term with this, so we get this values curly AP curly XQ minus curly AQ over curly XP. So this is our result, very important result. Now again, we differentiate these values. Now differentiate. So by simple product method of differentiation. So first differentiate this, second this. So we get this plus this. Now this value is 0, already proved in Ricci theorem. So this first term will be 0. So we get this result. So that is our result. Now next, do yourself show that covariant differentiation of a tensor is not commutative. So it means our purpose is to show that Aijk is not equal to Aikj. Clear? So do it yourself. Now, in this manner, we can find the gradient divergence and gradient divergence as well as curl. Now, what is gradient? Gradient is gradient of scalar point function del phi. This can be written as curly phi by curly xi. So what is this? It is a phi covariant derivative of scalar point function, this I. Right. Now, in case of divergence, this is a del dot vector. So this is a contravariant vector. So this can be written in this form. Now we know the value of contravariant. So here it is plus, clear? Now in this case, when we take divergence of covariant, here we find ai comma I, and here it is minus, clear? So here I written in correct form. So in case of curl of vector, so curl of A is, the formula is ai comma j minus aj comma I, and we already find the value of this, which is curly ai curly xj minus curly aj over curly xi. So this is a curl of ai. So this is the skew symmetric tensor. We can easily find that curl of aij, if we taking minus outside, so we get simply find that it is a skew symmetric tensors, right? So these are some definition at which gradient phi and divergence and curl of vector, where how we can use these definition in form of tensor. That is just for your knowledge. Now, thank you very much. It is the end of tensor analysis.